Oh, no sound effect today? No, wow, nothing? It's fine. I just hit the sound effect. Oh, I didn't hear it. Maybe my headphones are fucked up. What's up? Welcome to Outside the Top 25. I am your host, Rob Fox. I am joined, as always, by Dan Regester in our earliest morning sports show.
We're the only two people here.
We're the only two people in the studio.
I have to switch from this iPad.
I kind of just want to, nap on the ghost bed after this is over.
Why? What happened?
Last night was an especially bad sleep night for...
Oh, I have a child, so I can't sleep.
I'm worried COVID's running rampant through the office. It's all just...
We've had it, bitch.
We've had it. I got the shot. We're going to talk about COVID in a little bit, because that's what everyone wants on their sports show.
It's politics.
Yeah.
And pandemic talk, because
but
that's what I go to sports for.
Yeah. Nico the Greco says, I thought the Braves were going to blow it again, Bobby. Till that Rosario home run, I was not. Actually, no, when Freddie drove in Dansby, I was feeling pretty good, 6-2 in the ninth. But, it ain't over yet. Not by a long shot. Lázaro Lopez is in here.
Always is.
Nice.
It's very supportive.
But last night was good for me as a sports fan. Last week, not so good for me.
No, you went 7-10.
All the gains I made from the week before, erased.
You lost it.
Yeah, in one fell swoop.
Mm-hmm.
And now I'm clinging on to 500. It's not fucking good.
Why is Lopez saying fire Delco?
I don't know, man.
What'd I do?
He just wants to take your job.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe just because I'm mean to you? I don't know. What did I do, bro?
Were you mean to Lopez?
No, I don't think so.
Well.
Maybe I was mean to you and he's supporting you? I don't know.
Oh.
No idea.
Mean to my baby.
Well, you got a tough love,
Yeah. Davey wants to know what's with the early wake-up times.
Oh, he's mad at me for the dry stadium. Dude,
Yeah.
I'm sorry I put you in a creative environment.
Okay, so here, hold on. Let's talk about this for a minute. So Lázaro Lopez is upset that he was sent to Baylor, and Baylor was a dry stadium. Now, here's why this is Lopez's fault, actually. Because if you know anything about college football, you know that a lot of stadiums are dry, not just like the Baylors of the world and the BYUs of the world. There are a lot. Mizzou was fucking dry until like two years ago. They didn't serve alcohol. It is fucking annoying. So anytime you go, essentially to an NCAA event,
he knows the risks.
You know the risk.
He should.
You have to come prepared. Put a vial of alcohol up your asshole. Put a flask in your belt under your fucking, junk. You need to be prepared for that. You need to be prepared for the possibility, even more so at college basketball games. Yeah, Lázaro Lopez says, I know absolutely nothing about sports until 6 weeks ago. That's the thing. If you know anything about college football and college basketball, you know. I mean, we had a whole segment on our college basketball podcast last year that is starting up again in November, where I was taking shitty airplane bottle shots at the beginning of every show. The reason being is that's typically how you have to drink, certainly as a student, when you attend a game.
By the way, AP Top 25 preseason came out for college basketball too.
It did. Pretty interesting.
Yeah, UCLA's 2.
That makes sense to me. They bring back their whole fucking team.
It's a little high. I know. It's a little high just because they went on that fucking run.
Right.
They played in the playing game, and they were barely skating by. They were playing with house money last year, and they got all the way to the Final Four.
Yeah.
And, I think it's going to be – a lot of people are going to be disappointed with UCLA this year.
I would definitely I wonder what their championship odds are. I wonder what Vegas thinks of them versus what the AP thinks of them. We'll have to check on that.
I mean, with Johnny Juzang coming back, you got to think a lot of people, name familiarity. Mick Cronin, you got that core group back together. UCLA as a brand, they're probably not great odds-wise. They're going to be one of the favorites, I'd imagine, especially with the number 2 ranking.
So buy the dip on them maybe, because I think it would be safe to say with that UCLA team, they could still be dangerous in the tournament, even if their ranking is totally unjustified.
Oh, for sure. I just think during the season, they're going to let a lot of people down. A lot of people are going to gamble on UCLA.
Totally agree.
They're not going to cover a lot of games. They're going to lose a lot of games they shouldn't lose. But yeah, towards the end of the season, they'll probably start to hit their stride, get hot again in the tournament, and then they'll be a problem. But they'll be like a 4 or 5 seed.
Yeah, I agree. I totally agree with that. But yeah, when you go to these games, when you go to any college game, you need to be prepared for the possibility that your drinking will be done inconspicuously and not legally in the stadium.
And I will not apologize for sending you to two of the best fan bases in college football in BYU.
That's a hilarious game to go to.
It was also a good game. Like, Baylor's pretty good this year. Not that you care about football, but
Yeah, Baylor is annoyingly good. But yeah, so let's get into some shit.
yeah, I mean, last night App State takes down Coastal. I know it's a ranked game, but App State's unranked, so we can talk about it from App State's perspective.
I think Coastal might not be ranked anymore.
Yeah, Coastal will for sure not be ranked anymore.
They can't lose any games.
No, they kept winning games and they just stayed at 15.
Yeah.
Or 14.
Yeah.
So they're done.
What did we say to Ross though?
We tried to warn him. Like it was in Boone.
Oh, you gotta fucking take a wagon train to get to that fucking school.
It's kind of beautiful. Like it's in the middle of the mountains is the stadium.
Yeah.
I want to go there at one point to see an App State game, but
I would love to. I would love to go do that and go to Wyoming.
It just seems like such a beating trying to get to.
Yes. Yeah. I mean, you literally have to just like ride a mule to get to the stadium.
I think Chase Bryce had I was watching some of the game last night. He had one of his best games in his career. Like you don't expect that. Mm-hmm. Even Clemson, Duke. This is his best game, and it's fucking taking down Coastal.
Yeah.
Well, it happens. They'll
you think
probably.
Coastal was overrated?
Yeah. I mean,
they
brought back. McCall came back. A lot of their defense came back, but I think Maribel was like the heart and soul of the team last year, and he's gone. So yeah.
Man, voters are going to be so happy to kick out Coastal and vote for like a Texas or something. Put Texas back in or put Clemson back in or something stupid like that.
Those recognizable names.
Yeah.
We need them back.
They're so happy to not have to vote for them anymore. Because I hate AP voters, but it is what it is.
Tennessee fined $250K for their fan behavior at the Ole Miss game. 18 fans were arrested. They threw everything from golf balls at Lane Kiffin to bottles of mustard.
Yeah, dude, and Ross already talked about this on the Top 25 show, but dude, fuck off, Tennessee fans.
No, I connect with Tennessee fans here as a Philadelphia sports fan.
What? Oh, yeah, because you like throwing things at people.
Yeah, but we embrace it. I'm seeing a lot of the Tennessee Twitterverse kind of talking about how the media is painting them in a bad light. Just embrace it. Accept it, Tennessee fans.
No, that's the thing, because they think they're prim and proper, right? They're blue blood. No. Philly fans know they're garbage, and
we kind of lean into it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Tennessee fans. So Philly fans do it gleefully, right? They do it. It's part of who they are. Tennessee fans were doing this because they're petulant, and they think that they deserve better than what they're getting. Mm-hmm. And that's the problem I have.
I think they've consider. It is. They've played for a long time, but they consider Alabama a huge rivalry in college football. Alabama does not see that.
Yeah, no, they think that So let me tell you some fun stories about Tennessee fans that I have decent experience with because Mizzou is a recent addition to the SEC relatively. When we joined the SEC, the number one shit talker of a fan base was Tennessee. Not Alabama, not Florida, not Georgia, fucking Tennessee. This fucking small dick energy that this fucking fan base has. I can't take it. And it wouldn't just be it would be the obvious shit y'all don't belong in the SEC. Y'all ain't SEC. Y'all ain't ready for teams like us. I would literally hear things like, we're the Alabama of the East. And shit like that. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. They are the delusions of grandeur that fucking school has. I actually think it's worse than Texas.
Really?
Yeah, I do think they have worse delusions of grandeur than Texas.
I might be in on Tennessee now. I like Tennessee. I like the colors. I
do like the colors.
I like Knoxville. I just like the state of Tennessee itself. I don't like Heupel. That's my only problem with their team. Danny White's up there. I'm cool with Danny White as your AD, but you got to get Heupel out of there, and I'll be all in on the Vols as my SEC team.
I respect that as a troll move because that's what's happening here. So that's fine. That's fine.
And also, you got to embrace the scumbaggery that you are. Philadelphia sports fans, we don't hide it. We're not oh man, the national media paints us in such a bad picture. Like, we threw snowballs at Santa. That was so long ago. That was my grandfather that did that.
Right.
My father threw batteries at Jimmy Johnson. I didn't do it. But, like, I mean, every generation of Philadelphia sports fan has, like, their iconic Philadelphia sports moment.
I'm 35. I know someone my age who is a woman who was punched in the face at Citizens Bank Ballpark.
What was she wearing?
Cardinals gear.
Yeah, so she was kind of asking for it.
You know, I hate to victim blame, but you got to know what you're doing when you go into that stadium. Like, I would never in my life. I would like to go to Citizens Bank Park. I'd like to go to every baseball stadium. I will not be attending a Phillies-Braves game there.
You should. Just don't wear Braves gear. It's pretty easy.
I'm afraid that I wouldn't be able to hide it well. I would just rather, like, see the Phillies play the Marlins.
You can come with me.
Yeah.
You're kind of like, I'll just wear like a Bryce Harper jersey or jersey, and I think I'll protect you.
Oh.
Yeah.
Thank you.
We'll go for like a $1 dog night at Citizens Bank Park.
The other story I have about the Phillies is one time on $1 Dog Night. It's always women too. A girl was in the upper deck wearing a Braves jersey, and people were just going to the concession stands, buying like 10 hot dogs, loading them up with mustard and relish, and pelting her with the hot dogs that were just exploding on her. And security made her leave because they were like, we can't.
She's the problem.
Yeah.
Yeah, clearly.
Fucking shit. But see, again, Philadelphia fans, they know that's their bit. They know that. Tennessee fans are like, no, our bit's supposed to be that we're Alabama.
But we have a line, right? Like,
What line?
we're not murdering people like L.A.
That's true.
We're not stabbing people.
Dodgers fans are murderers.
Yes.
Yes.
Like, we'll assault you, but we're not going to murder you.
Yeah. Yet.
It ain't homicide, brother.
But yeah, man, fuck Tennessee fans. You deserve all of this.
But I kind of get it. Like, Lane Kiffin coming back for the first time, right? This is the first game back in Knoxville because I think last year the game was. I don't think they played last year.
As a head coach,
right?
He was there with Alabama,
right? But he went to Tennessee for a year, left in the dead of the night
for a better job.
USC,
yeah, better job.
I mean, no, not with all those sanctions. When Pete Carroll left,
yeah, still a better job, in my opinion.
Better lifestyle, maybe
easily,
yes. But like having to deal with all those sanctions, I don't think Kiffin was ever given like a fair chance at USC.
No, I think,
and they treated him like dog shit.
And you know what? I think
left him on the fucking.
Yeah, USC would love to have him back right now.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah,
but I don't know. Tennessee fans, I kind of get why you're so upset. They haven't been the same team since. I mean, Kiffin, even before Kiffin, I don't think they were like really on the right track. It's just been kind of like 2 decades of incompetence.
No, ever since Fulmer was done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, like
they're over. They're right there with Nebraska.
You're finally kind of putting up points. You're starting to feel yourself a little bit. I get it. I get the Heupel experience, right?
Yeah, we both
very much understand the Heupel experience. Like he's gonna like get you jacked up because you beat a really shitty team by 50.
Yeah. How can we be bad? We scored 60 points. Only good teams score 60 points, right?
And to be fair, I mean Hooker was balling. He got hurt. They got that. I think it was 4th and 25, 4th and 26. Spot was a little questionable.
Yeah.
No denying that. They ended up picking up, or they got the ball back. So, like, it was 4th and 25, 4th and 26. They were a yard short, whatever. They start pelting shit onto the field. 20 minute delay just to clean stuff up and to, like, arrest the 18 kids or whatever.
Yeah.
And then
now, here's the one thing I will say that excuses it to an extent. It was mostly students.
Yes.
And that's fine. Because you want they're kids. That's fine. I'm okay with that too, largely. Like, even though I still think Tennessee fans are trash. But the other thing is that adult Tennessee fans would have done that and probably did take part in it as well.
And I would make the argument that given the same kind of situation, the same kind of history, any student in college would do that.
Yes, I think so.
I think we're not above that.
No.
We're throwing stones from glass homes.
You're all blackout drunk. Although it's funny that like a college student would be mad at Lane Kiffin because they were like 9 when he left.
Yeah. Well, it is one of those schools though that you grow up a fan of, right? You grow up a Tennessee fan, you go to Tennessee.
Yeah,
it's not like I grew up a UCF fan. Like I didn't know what
Right.
really UCF was until Dante Culpepper.
It is, yeah, it is in their blood a little more because I'm pulling this out of my ass, but I don't think Tennessee is like has a massive out of state population aside from maybe like neighboring states.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Like maybe some Kentucky kids from Kentucky or Indiana go there or something, but like
like it's not West Virginia.
no, but it's also not like UT or Alabama or something
Right.
where they get like mass amounts of out of state kids.
Yeah, Alabama gets a lot of Northeast kids, which
A lot of Midwest kids too.
Yeah.
It's just people want to go there. It's
For the
it's literally the football
sports,
team.
yeah.
It's
Yeah.
literally the football team. And now
Which
the
I
basketball
get.
team, they're in the AP top 25 too.
It's true.
For basketball.
That's
They're
true.
two-sport school now, God help us.
Basketball school, Alabama.
Yeah, well, and fuck, dude, they're in the SEC, so they probably have a pretty decent baseball team, but I don't know that.
Arkansas also a basketball school now.
Yes, but Arkansas is fine with that because
They
they are.
I don't think they are, but they should be, right?
Their only natty is basketball.
I know, but they, for whatever reason, think they're like much better at football than they are.
Yeah, well, they're Southeast. Or actually, maybe they do have an old natty in football, but they're Arkansas is very similar to Mizzou in that way, where they would take either. I think they'll be fine with basketball. BT Bates could tell us, but I don't know if he's in here or not.
Yep.
Anyway, next up we have Washington State's coach Rolovich. What's his first name again? I always forget.
Fuck.
Who cares? Rolovich fired from Wazoo because he wouldn't take the COVID vaccine.
Nick Rolovich. Yeah,
Nick
former
Rolovich.
coach of Hawaii. Still has those like kind of Hawaii vibes that he brought to Pullman.
Yeah.
And this is kind of surprising me. Pullman, I feel like, seems very like okay. Like I would assume, like if no context, no information, I would just think they would be cool with
You know what?
anti-vax.
I'm sure the townies are.
Yeah.
But here's the thing. It's a state mandate, and it's a liberal as fuck state, and it's a university.
Is Wazoo though like a liberal school?
Every school except for dude, I think even like Oxford, Mississippi goes blue. You know what I mean?
Really?
Yeah. Like if there's a university there, it's some level of
I don't know about that. Like Tuscaloosa, I've been. That ain't blue.
but it's still a university in Washington. So here's the thing.
He's suing the school though.
He is suing the school, saying essentially his excuse was that he didn't take it because it went against his Catholic beliefs, which
Yeah.
I must have missed
I missed that too.
at being a Catholic my whole life, at 13 years of Catholic school. And
He's
like,
essentially just using the Wiggins defense. He's,
Yeah.
he's just trying it out. It's like, all right, Andrew Wiggins didn't get through with this, but I'm going to try.
yeah. And look, dude, if you're not down with vaccine mandates, that's fine. I'm extremely pro taking the vaccine, but if you're not down
I'm pro
with
with doing whatever you want. I personally took the vaccine, but like, if a job asked me, I don't really think I would take a fucking stand here.
Yeah. Yeah, especially like when you're trying to like you're working in like a dream profession.
Yeah, Wazoo, Cougs.
Yeah,
My
just being a
dream
college
job.
football coach. But I'll say this, dude, the Catholic thing. No, what? That's not in our belief system at all.
Maybe for you.
Are you?
Northeastern Catholics, we're a different breed.
If anything, Catholics enjoy putting poison in their bodies.
Yep. Typically, every service, every Sunday, we throw that really shitty wine and
Yeah.
that cracker into our mouths.
So what would his argument be? The vaccine is good for you, so that's why he couldn't take it? Because as a Catholic, he can only ingest things that hurts his body?
I don't know.
That's a good argument. I'd give him that one.
We're we're trying to like paint something that just isn't there.
Yeah, it's just, that's pretty weak shit.
I'm fine with him not taking it, and I don't think he should lose his job over it. But
I agree with both of those. I agree that, I agree with that. I mean, I think he should take it, but I don't think he should be forced to take it.
right,
And it is a bit silly to me to, again, like get your dream profession fucked over for like that. Especially, and the thing is, like, if you just don't want to be mandated, then just say that. Because it's not because you're Catholic. That has nothing to do with it. Like you're just kind of lying at this point. Like, just be honest.
Which I'm fine with. Like, always try to find a loophole. Always try to find some type of, hole in the system that you can kind of exploit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Catholicism, like the Pope is literally like, take the vaccine.
Yeah. The Pope doesn't speak for us, though. Just know that. As Catholics, you don't have to worry about that fucking...
You respect the Wizard King.
Yeah, the Wizard King.
You respect him, all right?
I don't respect him.
Respect the Wizard King.
But I haven't respected the Wizard King since I found out you could retire. I thought you had to die in the profession.
That was bullshit on
Is
Benedict.
Is Benedict still alive?
Yeah.
What is he doing?
Nothing. Saying rosaries?
Hanging out?
You old bitch. Like, you have that job for life.
I thought so.
There are, like, our Supreme Court justices are dying on the bench.
John Paul got shot.
Yeah. You need to die.
Showed up to work.
You need to die
Same
in
day.
your wizard's throne.
Same day, showed up, forgave that guy.
It's bullshit.
I wouldn't have forgiven him.
It's got to be an easier job than Supreme Court justice.
Honestly, I wish John Paul went to that prison and was like, yeah, God forgives, but I don't, and he just shot that motherfucker.
Tight. That would have been tight.
Maybe he did. We don't know.
Yeah. God will forgive you. Time to meet him and find out. But actually, he shouldn't have shot him. He should have taken a pike from one of the Swiss guards and just run him through.
Yeah, that would have been. Who's to say he didn't do that, though? We don't know.
Who is to say? I never seen.
I don't even remember the guy's name.
Yeah, who does? Sirhan.
Yeah, but I'm tired of talking about politics here.
Me too.
Sports
Let's
talk about fun stuff like Coach O finishing out the year.
Oh, I was going to say Coach O trying to fuck a pregnant chick.
Wait, hold up. Are we talking about politics?
Yeah.
Oh, cool. I'm here.
Politics?
Yeah. Bye.
Giorgio's favorite. Coach O's trying to fuck a pregnant chick?
That's one of the things that came out in like his whole fucking mess of a situation now. So he won that national championship and it's just been on like a 3-year bender.
Yeah, no, I get that.
Yeah, I get that too.
I respect Coach O. I like Coach O. Essentially, he overachieved so hard that he should be good for life.
Yes. He's made enough money, by the way.
Like, baseline, when you see and hear Coach O, the fact that he's a national championship winning coach, college football coach, he exceeded expectations by like another planet.
Him having $1,000 in his checking account would have exceeded the expectations for what I would think when I see and hear a man that looks like that.
Right. Like, I fully expect him to own a gas station in All right. Well, work the counter of a bumfuck gas station in Louisiana that owns a tiger and a gator.
Yeah.
In the back.
Yes.
For really no reason.
Like he and like maybe just it doesn't run it well, is always filthy. Maybe shows his penis to a 16-year-old in the gas station bathroom. Like, just a really bad life. That's what I think of when if I had to look at Coach O and didn't know anything about him.
And he's outkicked his coverage so hard with life.
My God. Yeah.
Nothing to be ashamed of, Coach O. Look at this. What an honorable man. He's finishing the job for the year. He doesn't want to lead those kids that clearly don't respect him.
He has exceeded what his baseline should have been by like 100 times what Jeff Bezos exceeded what his baseline was.
Easily.
Without even...
Bezos went to space, but, I mean, he didn't win no national championship for Louisiana.
Coach O having his life is more impressive than Jeff Bezos having his life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hard agree.
Yes.
He's finishing off the year. Says he wants to take the next year off, though, spend time with his family.
Then go coach a G5 somewhere or some shit.
Is that a year off, coaching a G5?
No. Take a year or two off. You know where you should go? Go to Lane's old spot. Go to FAU.
I think they got a coach.
Yeah, Taggart will be gone.
I don't think they're doing well enough for Taggart to leave.
Yeah, fair. Maybe they'll just fire him then. But the pregnant chick story, so he rolled up to a gas station in the midst of this 2 to 3 year bender or whatever. And there was, I guess, pregnant woman filling up. And she was in leggings, whatever. And he was like, "You look like you work out. How about me and you work out sometime?" Blah, blah, blah. Like, shitty pickup line. Like, like over the edge of his car. Like, maybe you should work out sometime. And she was like, "Well, I'm married and pregnant." And he was like, "Why does that matter?"
Yeah, why does that matter, Rob?
Might matter for her.
Well, he runs shirtless around campus. So he
Has a new
has
young girlfriend. When you say spend time with his family, who's he spending time with?
his kids.
I guess.
I guess when he has visitation.
Yeah.
I don't
Feels
know.
like he's gonna
I
have
don't
a
know
lot
what he
of-
got out of the divorce.
Feels like he's
so-
gonna have a lot of free time.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually, if anything, he might need to keep working just because of the divorce.
He's got to pay for that, and he's also when you're dating these young girls too, man. He's in for a he the fact that he's gonna have to. I could see him rolling around with these 20-year-olds that he's just kind of like swiping,
Yeah.
relentlessly.
Hey, he's got 18 set on Tinder.
Yes, he's going to be a sugar daddy, no doubt. So he's going to have to get some type of at least a job in the American
Yeah,
to pay
he'll take
for
a
it. Maybe the
G5.
Sun Belt.
He belongs in the Fun Belt. Aren't there? There's like at least one Louisiana school there, right?
Yeah, once Billy Napier leaves
Yeah.
Lafayette,
Yeah.
I think that's Coach O's job.
And who's coaching La Tech?
Right now it's what's his fucking face? I'll look it up right now. I'm blanking right now.
Regardless, both great locations. Anywhere on the Gulf Coast.
Oh, Skip Holtz, duh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anywhere on the Gulf Coast is great for Coach O.
Just stay in the state of Louisiana.
Yeah.
Maybe that Tulane job. Maybe Willie Fritz gets out.
Maybe. The only school on the Gulf Coast that isn't a fit for him is Rice. That's the only one where Edo might not blend in.
It's a little too prestigious for Coach O.
Yes, I would say so. Yeah. Just a little bit. Houston's too big time at this
Also,
point.
Dana's not going anywhere.
Yeah, and it's big, and they're in the Big 12 now, so that doesn't
They
even...
paid Dana.
Yeah. Next up, the American. Speaking of the G5 or P6, whatever you want to fucking call it.
Yeah. P6, baby.
They're adding 6 new teams to
Right.
replace the 3 that they lost.
So UCF, Cincy, Houston, obviously going to the Big 12 in 2023. So you got to add double the amount of teams with half the quality.
Now, to be fair, this is how the Atlanta Braves rebuilt their outfield. They lost Ronald Acuna Jr., so they added 4 people. Well, they lost Ozuna, too, to smacking his wife. So
All right. So you don't know who's being added, right? So
I
I'm just
don't,
gonna,
so I'd
you're,
love
get-
to
you're getting
just hear you.
a live reaction.
yeah, I won't look at the thing. I saw one.
Some of the powerhouses. FAU, speaking of which,
It's fine.
applied.
I mean, that's literally all on Lane fumes,
Lane and also maybe Willie Taggart.
I guess, but Lane was what made that school even remotely sexy.
Charlotte. Familiar with the Charlotte Miners.
Yeah. Are they the Miners?
Or no, the
the
49ers.
49ers.
49ers, yeah.
But they have a Miner as their guy. That's not great.
North Texas. Mean Green.
They're really bad right now.
They had a good 2-year run.
Yeah. So you just need someone to get there, fun and gun situation.
Oh, dude, fucking Coach O can go to North Texas.
That wouldn't be bad.
That'd be perfect for him.
And also, if you're swiping on 18-year-olds, Dallas is a great city to do that in.
A little further north of Dallas.
He'll live in Dallas.
Yeah. Probably.
Denton is an exurb of Dallas. It's not that far.
Our Roadrunners at UTSA.
Love that one. That's a great
That's
one.
a good addition.
That is a good addition.
Rice.
That is
Getting that academics up
and
for the
baseball,
American.
I guess.
Yeah. And then finally UAB,
I like that one.
which is fine.
So there's 2 good ones in there.
They didn't really. I feel like they should have went after the Sun Belt.
Yeah, they should have rated the Sun Belt a lot more.
They went Conference USA, and it's just like that's not the move.
No. Was the Sun Belt just too locked in together?
I guess nobody from the Sun Belt's applied, but I think the Sun Belt and the Mountain West might try to make some type of coalition. It is the era of alliances.
Yes. I would love Fun Belt Mountain West Coalition. Well, I think that's a great kind of unofficial, because you're not going to actually combine, but
No.
yeah,
That wouldn't make any sense.
I love that.
And I don't think you need to geographically make sense, especially with the American. They honestly
They're the
could have
American. They're the whole country.
right. They could have just picked teams from California,
From sea to shining sea.
like San Diego State. Should have went after them. Although I don't. Does the American? It's got that ESPN money, but like
It's not, I can't say it's better than the Mountain West.
I can't.
Not at all.
Definitively.
No.
Maybe now? No, probably not.
No.
Because I like Nevada, I like Fresno, I like Boise.
It's a huge fail that they didn't add App State.
Not adding App State, not going after Lafayette.
Coastal.
Coastal. Obviously, there's
that's
3 teams right there.
Florida Atlantic. So here's what I'm seeing from this, right? So here's what they added. Here's what the American added, or what they think they added. Miami,
Boca,
Charlotte, Dallas, San Antonio,
Houston,
that's what they added.
and Birmingham.
Yeah, well, whatever.
Bill Clark. They added Bill Clark.
Yeah, but that's what they really thought they added was these cities.
They're going after the metropolitan areas.
Yeah, as if.
Because Denton, Texas.
Yeah,
It's like when the Big Ten added Rutgers, and like we added that New York market. Nobody in New York cares about Rutgers.
Also, SMU can barely get traction as Dallas's college team, and they have those dope Dallas uniforms,
And they're fun.
and they're fun. I don't think North Texas is going to get a lot of that traction.
No.
Yeah,
They're trying. They're just trying to survive.
Right.
This is them just treading water.
although I guess they didn't even really add Dallas because SMU is already goddamn in that conference.
So this is the Conference America.
Yeah, so they didn't add Dallas. They just, I don't know. Now I guess is that a rivalry game now? SMU North Texas. Can you imagine? Good Lord. I just want to see the reaction of a North Texas kid talking shit to an SMU kid. Specifically, the SMU kid's reaction.
So SMU, Memphis. Trying to think of some other teams that are kind of respectable. They need to get the fuck out of there.
Yeah.
Like especially Memphis. You got Penny Hardaway now in basketball. Football teams, they're fine. They're respectable.
SMU's good at both basketball and football too, relatively speaking.
Memphis and SMU need to find their way in the Big 12.
They do. They really do. It sucks that the Big 12. It makes sense, but it sucks that the Big 12 went with BYU instead of SMU because I think SMU long term is a more fun.
And like a fun geographical fit where you're gonna like them and Houston remain in the same conference.
You kind of get like a sort of ritzier Ole Miss situation in terms of tailgating.
Then you get TCU, Baylor. Like you just keep all those in-state rivalries. Yeah, it would have been more fun. BYU is just kind of weird in general.
Yes,
but it's BYU, so they think it's like a national brand, which it is to some extent. It's not
Natty in the 80s.
Mormon.
Man, the 80s and 90s.
Mormon, Notre Dame, I guess.
Yeah. I would believe a Mormon if they told me they weren't taking the vaccine because it went against their religion, because I don't like to ask questions about what Mormons believe.
Yeah, they look in the hat, right?
Yeah.
That's what South Park taught us.
It's just anything a Mormon tells me about their beliefs, I'm like, yeah, all right.
But they always seem to be the nicest people I meet.
No, they are. That's how they get you.
Yeah. Catholics are fucking pricks.
Yeah. I mean, I think most of those Philly fans are Catholics.
Huh?
Toss them back. Yeah, Catholics are assholes. A bunch of drunken Irish and Italian pieces of shit.
But we're assholes to your face.
Yeah. Or even the Dodger fans, they're Mexicans, they're Catholic.
Yeah. All these weird,
The Catholic fan base.
all these Christian sects though in the
you up.
Midwest I don't get down with. They're nice to your face, but then complete psychopaths.
Nah, you
behind
don't
your back.
want to fuck with like Baptists and shit.
No.
Ugh.
No. Let's get to some games,
Let's fucking
shall
go.
we?
Yeah.
So first game, Friday night. Memphis Tigers coming into the bounce house to face my Knights. Memphis is actually laying 1.5, over under 63.5.
How do you feel about this? How do you feel about the Knights being favored here? The Citronauts, I'm sorry, being favored here because
We're not favored.
Oh, I'm sorry. Even
We're dogs.
Okay.
At home.
that switched then.
Yeah. The line flipped.
Yeah, you opened as favorites.
Opened as like big favorites. And
1.5.
I think Action Network told me 6.5, but like it moved that much. I don't know if it did. I've only seen 1.5, so I've seen it flip. Here's the thing: Memphis, good at home, terrible away team. UCF, kind of the same story. Defense has played lights out at home. On the road, just kind of been dog shit. Mikey Keene, our freshman quarterback that was like 17 years old.
Yeah.
To start the season.
Creating sex offenders all over UCF's campus.
Yes.
No doubt.
Yes. He obviously a little bit more comfortable at home. Didn't play great against Cincinnati, but could you really expect him to? I think Cincinnati's third in DVOA now in the country for defense. One of the best defenses in the country. fully expected them to get kind of run out of the building. But not here. I think Memphis' secondary is not very good. This is going to be able to. He's going to be able to open up a little bit, maybe kind of find a little swagger here. I kind of like. I know, shocker. I like my Knights to win this game. I'll take the 1.5, and I'll take my Knights.
Yeah, I'll agree with you on that. I don't. After watching Memphis look pretty fucking incompetent on the road at Temple, in an empty stadium.
Right.
Not empty because of a pandemic or anything.
No, it's at the Link.
Yeah.
It's a pro football. Any team that plays at a pro football stadium in college, you can be assured their fan base is not there.
Yeah. Yeah. So fuck Memphis. Yeah, UCF. I don't need to buy any points or anything. I think UCF wins by at least a field goal.
Next up, we got UMass catching 35.5 in Tallahassee. Florida State coming off a bye, but before that, coming off that big win against North Carolina, starting to turn things around. Jordan Travis actually looks like a good quarterback. Sorry, McKenzie, you're out. Over under 60.
McKenzie should just thank God he's alive.
Yeah.
So I think that's really all McKenzie needs to worry about.
35.5 is a lot, though, for
not taking that. Yeah.
For Florida State to lay. This should be a game coming out, especially if this was last week, I might have reservations thinking that UMass might, it'd be like a total letdown spot.
Right.
Coming off a bye, though, maybe they're starting to feel themselves. Maybe Norvell's got something cooking. UMass is terrible.
UMass is really bad. So this year, UMass would not have covered that spread in 1, 2, 3 of their games, and they've played 6.
They what? Repeat that again.
UMass has played 6 games.
Yes.
And they would not have covered this listed spread in 3 of them.
Yeah. But the thing is, though, Florida State earlier in the year lost to Jacksonville State.
Right.
Not in Jacksonville.
So
a team in Alabama.
Yeah. Here's the team that they didn't cover this same spread against. Pitt on the road.
That makes sense. Pitt can score a little bit with Kenny Pickett.
Coastal.
Heisman kind of under or dark horse right now.
I'd say that.
Kenny Pickett.
Coastal on the road. And Toledo at home.
Yes. They lost to Toledo at home by more than 35?
Yes.
Toledo's not very good this year either. I was high on Toledo. That was one of my misses.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have I think Norvell's turning it around. I will lay. I'll buy the hook. Florida State minus 35.
Wow. Fuck. All right. I'm gonna disagree. I think Florida State does not cover. I think we get maybe a backdoor from UMass.
Yeah, no, I could see it.
Yeah.
I'm not comfortable taking this.
No, but we need to disagree with each other to an extent.
Especially when you're shooting 50% on the year right now.
Yeah, I got to take some shots here. It's not a good position to be in.
Because right now, I don't think we actually said it. I'm 67, 55, and 3 on the year. You're 61, 59, and 3 on the year.
You're at 54% winning percentage. I'm at
4.9, so 55.
Rounded
up.
Yeah, now you're rounding up.
We're gonna get it. We won't have to soon. We'll get to that golden number soon.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, Hideki 2, my pick for the Zozo Championship. Currently, T's 2. Shot 6 under today in Japan.
Happy for you.
So let's go Hideki.
Happy for you.
Next up, we got Kansas State catching 1 in Lubbock. Over-under is 60.5.
That's a pretty big over-under for these two teams, I feel like. I know Tech has put in points.
Tech can put up points, but Skylar Thompson, I believe, played last game against Iowa State, but it was detrimental because he's still hurt.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, they play, but they didn't. They only lost by 2 scores.
To Iowa State.
Yeah. And Iowa State is I know they're not ranked
This is their
anymore.
time. This is their time.
Yeah,
They're going to run.
Markedly better team. I mean, K-State has played everyone that they've played pretty close, except for their couple of wins against Stanford and Nevada. But I mean, 2 scores.
That Oklahoma game was it was a lot
Deceptive.
of deception. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think they scored like 2 or 3 touchdowns in garbage time, so it was a lot closer than it looked. Yeah, Skylar Thompson didn't look that great. Obviously, clearly injured. I don't really know what to make of Texas Tech. Obviously they're better. Lubbock's weird. They throw tortillas at you and just start.
Yeah, Lubbock's weird, but it's not like there's weird people there. But unlike a lot of other schools we talked about, like Hawaii and fucking App State, and what was the other one? Oh, and then Wyoming and Provo. I don't think Lubbock is actually like difficult to get to. You know, you just fly there. Like I know you just fly to all the places, but it's like less weird.
Have you been to Lubbock?
It's just a big Texas city.
It's gross.
Yeah,
It's not a big Texas city.
It's not huge, but it's not small.
You enter on one road and it looks like a slaughterhouse. It smells like shit.
It's a population of 250,000. Like that's pretty big for a college town.
I guess.
Yeah, that's pretty big for a college town.
All right, whatever. I'm on Kansas State though.
Damn it, come on. Yeah, I like Kansas State as a money line dog. Yeah, we're both in there. And also Tech, I mean, they've been interesting. You know, that win on the road at West Virginia was pretty good, but like they suck. And they beat Houston on the road.
It's brave of you to take a 1-point dog as your money line dog.
All right, well, I'm taking K-State money line. Maybe they won't be my official money line dog.
Okay. Next up, we got Syracuse catching 3 at Virginia Tech. Over under is 46. I honestly don't think that's low enough.
I like Virginia Tech here. Syracuse is only annoying at Syracuse.
And Virginia Tech's got, obviously it's probably a little less of a crowd environment since they've lost a few games.
Yeah.
With Enter Sandman. Syracuse has been sneaky good this year.
They've been sneaky annoying this year.
Like a sneaky good defense. Very good defense.
That's fine to say. I don't know that you could call them good.
What would you call them then?
They just play up or down to their competition.
Yeah, I think Burmeister, though, is dealing with an injury right now. Kind of been nagging him for a bit. He went 11 for 32 against Pitt. Not really the numbers you're looking for. Syracuse is... They are 3-4. I thought they had a better record than that for some reason.
No. They play up and down to their competition. Most of their,
Oh, they're 6-1 against the spread. That's what it is.
Yeah. Not this week.
I think so.
All right. You're just riding that Syracuse train?
I'm going to ride Syracuse, and I'm going to take the under.
Okay.
So next up we have Maryland catching 5 at Minnesota. Over-under is 54.5.
That's an interesting over-under. I know Minnesota's hurt and, they're not full strength and stuff like that. But both of these teams have the ability to pop off at any given moment, any given game, just go bananas.
There's Jack in it.
Yeah. I like the over.
Wow, you just can't crank it in the middle of a game.
Well,
what are they popping off to?
Whatever they want. I don't care.
Seems very inappropriate to do mid-game.
The Gopher mascot. That's fine. Or Maryland's weird helmets. Like a little jacking off to like a Rorschach helmet.
What about the Terp?
Yeah, to the turtle. I kind of hate the University of Maryland, but it's fine.
You hate the University of Maryland because one experience you had when you were there where somebody stole your pizza.
Yeah. Rude. No, someone stole my pizza, and then I told the guy, and he was like, yeah, that's your fault.
Kind of on you for not paying attention.
No, not paying attention. They called my name, and in the time it took me to walk from my table to the counter to get the pizza, which was under 30 seconds, the pizza was stolen. And I was like, what the fuck? Where? And they was like, someone took it. You got to be right here. That's your fucking fault.
It's on you.
I guess, man. Put a sign up. We are not responsible for the pizza thieves that we know are standing at the counter.
You couldn't see him, or you couldn't see the person just take your pizza?
They put a bunch of pizzas out, so I assumed and there was more than one pizza up.
So confront all of them.
No. Fuck Maryland. I like Minnesota to cover. I also like the over. Minnesota wins, covers whatever, and the over.
Okay. Man, Maryland's really been on a downturn lately. Football. Let's see. They've obviously lost to Iowa. I mean Iowa, Ohio State, but you can't. Iowa scoring 51 on you is
That's
absurd.
Yeah, although a lot of that was short field position. Their offense. I mean, Tua, whatever. Fucking Tua's brother threw like 3 picks in their end of the field. It was bad. Like, it wasn't like Iowa's offense was gutting them so much as Iowa's offense was starting at the Maryland 30 every drive.
And Minnesota's starting to win some games. Their stock's a little high right now for me, and Maryland's super low. So I'm gonna buy the dip on Maryland.
Okay.
I think Maryland's gonna bounce back here in a big way. I think Maryland covers the 5. I'm not brave enough to take the money line, but I think they at least cover 5.
Okay.
So next up, we have Western Michigan -1.5 at Toledo. Over under is 54.5.
Good Lord, that seems kind of low.
Yeah, because Western Michigan's been kind of jumping in points lately.
Yeah, and Toledo.
They're not super great on offense. So
No, it's a weird line to me. I'm trying to find it on SP Plus right now. But my instinct tells me to smash Western Michigan.
Western Michigan just put up 64 on fucking Kent State. Obviously, they have a win against Pitt. That's kind of an outlier there. It's a bad loss for Pitt.
Yeah. More than it says about Western Michigan. I mean, but they're still beating them. That's not nothing.
Lost to Ball State though, 45-20. That's weird.
Ball State also beat Army. They get feisty sometimes. Dude, S&P Plus has Toledo as the projected winner.
Okay, so you're gonna go with Toledo?
No, I think that's crazy. I think that's really weird. I'm going with Western Michigan.
All right, I'm gonna ride Toledo then. I'm gonna trust Bill Connolly.
It's at Toledo, and Toledo has I don't know how much they're showing out this year, but they do they're good football fans there.
Yeah,
they have a good football culture there.
All right, next up, BYU -4.5 in Pullman. Wazoo.
What is this game?
Catching 4.5, over under 56.5. Do the Cougars rally behind their now fired coach?
Yeah, this is a interesting fucking game. Fired coach on one side.
Whose Samoans show up?
Kind of
on the offensive and defensive lines.
Kind of a ruined season on the other side. Not ruined, because I don't think BYU ever actually cares that much.
I think they care.
They care, but they're not like. They're just there to play.
Okay. Wazoo's kind of had an up and down year, coming off wins against Oregon State and Stanford. Last minute win against Stanford.
In Pullman, right?
Yeah. 4-3 on the year. They're kind of getting it together, low key, and kind of a weird timing to fire your coach. I would have thought they would have at least let
they do that
Rolo.
line in the sand, I guess. I think there was like a date for the vaccine man. It wasn't like they were
guess,
like,
but
hey, you in particular.
I feel like that's something you handle preseason or after the season, not mid-season.
Yeah, must have been a lot of political pressure from what I assume are people who are not even Washington State football fans. So a lot of people who otherwise don't give a flying fuck about Wazoo football really probably got interested in.
They were the very loud minority.
Yeah, I think so.
BYU
Washington,
coming off back-to-back losses.
Yeah, I don't think BYU loses 3 in a row.
So you're going to lay the points?
Yeah.
I'm going to go with Wazoo. Playing for their coach. Playing for their anti-vax coach. Yes.
Their Catholic coach who refuses to get this particular vaccine, but I have to assume not the many, many other vaccines he's gotten while being a Catholic. Yeah, well, I don't even fucking know.
Yep. Next up, Mike Leach, Mississippi State, -20.5, traveling to Nashville.
Vandy. Dude,
Over under is 52.
Give me a half point just to be safe.
Why?
But
They're going to beat them by 21. Like, 21's a football number. 20 is not a football number.
All right, that's fair enough. Give me Mississippi State covers for sure. And give me the over, too. That over-under is way too low. Mississippi State might cover that on their own.
Dude, Vandy sucks.
Yeah.
Vandy. And Mississippi State has a really good defense, actually. I know they didn't show it against Alabama, but like this is a very odd situation for Mike Leach having a decent defense.
Mississippi State might cover this over at the half.
It could. When we went to the Georgia game with me and Lastro Lopez, Georgia covered the 35-point spread in the first quarter.
Yeah. Yeah. Give me Mississippi State and give me the fucking over. Absolutely. I love that.
All right, I'm just gonna ride with Mississippi State. I'm not gonna touch that over under because I just don't trust it.
Well, I gotta get some extra wins here.
Yeah. Next up, Boston College +6 at Louisville. Over under is 57.
Actually, this is my money line, dog.
Boston College got smashed last week, so I think you're buying low. I think that's the right move. I also agree, but I'm gonna take the 6 points. You're going money line, dog.
Yeah, this is my money line, dog. NC State's good, but yeah, they did get smashed at home. That was their first bad game. They looked really good in all the other games.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't trust Louisville at all.
Nor should you.
Yeah.
No. Next up, East Carolina +13 at Houston. Over under is 57.5.
Huh.
Dana, low key having a really good year with Houston.
Yeah, after that first loss to Tech, they've kind of turned it around a little bit. And also, I feel like Houston football fans now, they're not going to be clamoring to win like this year or next year. Like they're like, okay, let's just build the program and get into the Big 12. Like we don't necessarily need to have an amazing year this year, next year, etc.
We're looking to the future.
Right.
Yeah.
Which is very rare in college football.
It's hope though. It's what UCF has right now. Even though we're having a really down year. It's what Houston has right now. It's looking to that 2 to 3 years from now, like what we could be.
Right.
And just always having, hope's a dangerous thing, Rob.
Dude, Houston has been boat racing motherfuckers.
Yeah.
The only team they didn't blow the fuck out was Navy, and that's, option team, blah, blah, blah.
And ECU can kind of put up some points too. It really depends. Holton Ahlers is kind of just slinging it, kind of a fat quarterback.
You just watching them, right? You guys just squeaked one out against.
We squeaked one out against them, yeah.
East Carolina a couple weeks ago. I mean, they only put up 16 on you guys.
Coming off a bye. I actually like ECU here to cover.
To cover?
Yeah.
Man, they only put up 19 on App State and only put up 16 on UCF. Those are the two other, and only 17 on South Carolina. Those are the three best teams they've played.
Mm-hmm.
So they aren't putting up points against teams that are fairly good. Yeah, I think Houston covered. I think this is another Houston blowout.
Okay. Well, we'll definitely pull apart after this week. Nevada, my Nevada Wolfpack, Carson Strong, catching 3 at Fresno, over under 63.5. This is my money line dog. Nevada wins the game on the field.
Okay, I'll take Fresno State to cover.
Okay, you're doing that out of spite for me. I get it.
Yeah, fuck
This
Nevada.
is actually low key. This is the banger of the weekend.
Temple USF.
No. Nevada, Fresno
I
State.
thought we were going. I thought
No,
that was your segue
this
to
is
the
a
next
sick
one.
game. Like
Yeah.
I'm gonna watch this game.
All right.
This two kind of like really good offenses.
Yeah.
Potentially 2 NFL quarterbacks.
I'm really, really hoping that the Braves close it out tonight for both PTSD reasons from last year and also because then I can watch college football on Saturday. Because if the Braves don't close it out tonight, their next game's on Saturday, and I'm not going to be able to enjoy any sports.
Anything.
Anything.
Yeah. Well, maybe just skip it because it's game 6. It doesn't matter.
It's not fun being a sports fan.
Sports is a little tough.
What?
Sports are tough, man. It takes such a fucking toll on me.
They do. But no, I'm taking a toll on myself. Like I'm not a good sports fan.
Just stop caring.
Yeah, I wish I could.
I don't care about the Phillies anymore.
I know you don't. You check out real quick. Although somehow you're like already coaxed back into the Eagles a little bit.
Well, I'm forever an Eagles fan. It's just I have realistic expectations.
Yeah, and my realistic expectation right now is to make the World Series, which
You guys don't deserve that, though.
I don't give a shit what you think.
That's fine. Anyway,
Speaking of Philly,
my Temple Owls
yeah.
catching 2.5 at USF. Over under is 55.5. Speaking of teams that play in a pro stadium that nobody shows up for, your South Florida Bulls.
Are you going to miss that rivalry?
No. I never really felt like I don't really care. I dated a girl from USF once for like good 3 months. She also she was my drug dealer.
Oh,
Yeah.
did she still charge you?
No.
Yeah.
Free weed, baby.
Yeah.
Free weed.
That would be funny if like you weren't good enough at sex, so she still made you pay for the weed.
But like, yeah, I smoked you out. You owe me like $13.50.
Yeah. Like she was like, I like you and your personality, but like I'm not getting everything I need.
Right.
So
Right,
you
right,
will be
right.
paying
Yeah.
for the drugs. But good for you. You fucked her good. Get that free drugs.
Free drugs, baby.
Give me Temple.
Yeah, me too. I
Yeah.
like Temple here.
USF is awful. USF is so fucking bad.
So Temple's really bad, but like they've showed flashes at least.
Yeah, they've shown a little bit of fight.
Oh, USF just came off like a pretty big win, didn't they? Yeah, they beat or no, they blew that game against Tulsa last week. They were up big against Tulsa
Yeah, of course they did.
and they blew it.
Of course they blew it. I mean, like, look, Temple, they beat Memphis. Of course they got worked by Cincinnati, but that's fine. They got beat pretty decent by Boston College and Rutgers, but they dropped points on Akron. I mean, so and I'm not saying Akron's great or anything, but like, yeah, they got fight. They got more fight than South Florida does. Like, what has South Florida done against anybody? Murdered by NC State, murdered by Florida. They beat up.
Close call against BYU.
Yeah, that's fair. Close call against Tulsa, but
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
Well, they had like a 3-touchdown lead against Tulsa.
Oof.
Yeah.
Yeah. Give me Temple.
Saw that flash across my screen. I'm like, what the fuck is happening to Tulsa?
LOL.
Anyway, this is a pretty good game. Well, maybe not.
No.
It's one of our favorite teams to bet on, though.
Yeah, they've been great.
UVA.
Yeah.
Georgia Tech's catching 7 at UVA, over under 63.5. I'm not even going to think twice about this. Virginia covers easy.
Yep. I have no faith in Georgia Tech, and Virginia has just been slinging the fucking ball, dude. Like, they dumping in points.
Yeah, no. I believe Brennan Armstrong has he's up there for most yards and touchdowns in the country. So
they're gonna put up a
which is weird to say about a Virginia offense.
Yeah.
Like just putting up 50 points a game.
Yeah.
Like what Bronco's doing there.
I do too. I like Bronco Mendenhall.
Is there a realistic so right now the ACC championship game? What do we got? I'm just looking at the ACC standings. Like UVA could sneak in there, right? Maybe not, because we got Wake Forest currently head of the Atlantic, of the ACC Atlantic, 4-0. NC State's right there, game back. Clemson's a game back as well in the conference.
Well, they've got unbalanced schedules, right? So
Yeah.
Pitt's only played 2 conference games. Virginia's played 5.
Okay, so yeah, but
And Pitt's-
Virginia's got 2 conference losses.
Pitt still has to play Clemson, Miami. Well, fuck Miami. But Pitt still has to play Clemson and UNC and Syracuse at Syracuse. And they play Virginia. So Virginia's got a shot.
Yeah, we just need Pitt to fall
Look,
twice.
more importantly, we have a shot
At unranked,
at an unranked ACC championship.
which is our Super Bowl.
Also, don't we have there's a pretty good shot at an unranked Pac-12 championship.
No. Come on.
They'll put someone in there.
Oregon's going to be ranked.
Yeah, that's all right, that's fair.
It'll probably be Oregon-Utah at this point.
Yeah.
The way Utah was fucking... I don't know what happened last week. Utah just hit me over the head with a 2x4 in the second half. And I might as well talk about them. Utah, minus 3.5 at Oregon State. Over-under is 58.5.
I mean, home dog.
Yeah, I mean, I don't understand it, though. Cameron Rising came out last week. Looked like absolute shit in the first half against Arizona State. Second half was a completely different story. Cameron Rising became the greatest football player to ever play the game. Could not be stopped. Arizona State did not get a single stop in the second half. Didn't score a single point in the second half, and just got ran off the field.
Yeah.
Last part of my parlay, I was super pumped.
I don't know, man. Utah's on a 3-game winning streak.
They're hot. Oregon
Yeah.
State can put up points too.
This is a tough call. They're both 4-2. Oregon State just lost to Wazoo on the road, but before that, they had their own 4-game winning streak. They did lose to Purdue in their first game. Yeah, this is a weird one. SP Plus has it at Utah winning and covering, but that doesn't feel right.
I'm going to take Utah -3. I'm going to buy the hook, and I'm going to
Okay.
take the over.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like the over. I don't know. I don't know if I could pick this game, but I do like the over.
All right, and to kind of wrap things up, West Virginia getting 4.5 at TCU. Over under 56.5. Ooh, this game is stinky.
Who do you expect it? What West Virginia shows up here?
Which TCU shows up?
Right.
I will say I'll take TCU minus the 4.5 at home.
I kind of like that too, to be quite honest. West Virginia, got worked by Baylor, beaten at home by a bad Tech.
And TCU just ran into a buzzsaw last week against fucking Caleb Williams.
They did, and I mean TCU looked good against Texas. SMU, clearly that loss is not bad anymore. Like, clearly SMU is the better team and whatnot. Like, yeah, I think TCU wins. I think TCU's better. I think West Virginia, definitely not the same on the road as they are at home.
Yep. All right, so just to recap, what was your money line pick? Boston College?
Yeah.
All right. My money line pick was Nevada, and then did we have a game that we disagreed on that we want to be our kind of Fight Club game of the week?
We had a lot. We had a lot of games we disagreed on.
I know, but which one do you feel most passionate about?
I feel most passionate about, I don't know, should we make it about the Mormons or should we make it about Maryland, Minnesota?
Let's go Maryland, Minnesota.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. That's our Fight Club game of the week.
Mm-hmm. And then did you have an extra game of the week?
I was about to look for that right now.
And where would you look there, Rob? MyBookie.com?
Yes, mybookie.com is the place to look for all of that shit.
What do you got? Anything of interest? You can just kind of scroll through and
Yeah, just real quick, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, this is the zero thought pick of the week.
Yeah. No, we just go with.
Colorado State, Utah State,
No, that's a lot. That's
Washington, Arizona.
good lord. No, I don't like that one. I don't. That's just.
Too many points.
Yeah, I just. It's. Trying to find something fun and dumb.
Eastern Michigan, Bowling Green.
That's gross. But I don't hate it. I will go in honor of their addition to the American Conference, Liberty at North Texas, because I do also just enjoy Liberty for no reason at all.
What are you taking?
I think that 21.5 is
Too much?
too much. I think North Texas covers.
Alrighty. And I'm going to go with a game I just mentioned. I'm going to go Eastern Michigan -3 against Bowling Green. Lock it up.
There you fucking go.
Yeah. So, hopefully things go well for me. I continue to pull away. The Braves lose 3 straight. Because I just want to see you're suffering.
Great.
Not like real suffering. It's sports suffering, so
Right.
it's not like actual suffering.
Right. Yeah.
But 2, if you want to like break a limb over the weekend too, that would be cool.
Perfect.
Yeah.
It is a little bit real suffering because if the Braves make the World Series, I'll get to go to it. So I'll have like a nice moment from my life taken away.
Right.
So there is actually a bit more than just me looking at the TV being like, dang it.
But I would like
my
to see
team.
3 straight losses. You punch a hole in your wall. You break your hand.
Yeah.
You come into the office with a cast. That'd be kind of sick for me.
Yeah, I'm rooting for you. Hope I can make your life
It'd be
a little
like
better.
slightly more entertaining, right?
Yeah. Great.
Like Giorgio, don't you think that'd be great? If wouldn't it be great if Rob just the Braves lose 3 straight, he punches a hole in the wall, he has to then fix the wall and breaks his hand, comes in with a cast, isn't able to, he has to like type with one hand for his job.
I like this.
Yeah,
I like this a lot.
I'm painting a really good picture right now.
Yeah,
Can no longer
maybe
hold his
because
child.
what?
You can't even hold your child anymore.
Can't
You're
hold
like
a
petting
child.
him with a cast.
Oh,
You're like,
well,
sweet boy.
I was gonna bring that up. Maybe like my hand's fucked up and I accidentally dropped my baby.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but like not like
But on some soft carpet.
yeah,
Yeah.
like it freaks you out, but the baby's fine,
Right.
Yeah.
Oh boy, this all sounds fun.
and you're just typing with your little nub.
Yeah. I hope you get in a car accident.
Well, that's not.
And that'll do it for this week. That's outside the top 25. I'm Rob Fox. He's a piece of shit.
We'll see you next week if your team's unranked.
Yeah.